Well, the EU is completely out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got this report. They hate Elon Musk, Musk taking over Twitter. It's even more seismic than you thought. I'm going to compare this to 2020 and the situation that happened with the Hunter Biden laptop and really the FBI and the CIA, Mark Zuckerberg admitting on a podcast that, yeah, they told me to watch for Russian disinformation. If Musk was the leader of Twitter, had bought Twitter back in 2019, he would have told everyone that the CIA and the FBI were saying, watch for misinformation from Russia, disinformation from Russia. It was already a huge narrative in the 2016 election. They denied the result. It's revisionist history. They don't want to talk about that, but liberals denied the result. Hillary said Trump didn't win. Leading into the 2020 election, you had the pure setup. And in the mainstream, all the big social media networks bought right into it. This is so key that Musk has taken this over. Something like that Hunter Biden laptop will not happen again. And now the European Union is trying to censor mainstream and also all of these big tech giants. The other ones, according to Musk, like Facebook, have bought into it. The European Union is at this moment forcing big tech companies to secretly engage in mass censorship. Google and Facebook are apparently going along with it. Only Elon Musk's X among the major platforms is resisting. A few hours ago, Musk said the European Commission offered X an illegal secret deal. And see, this is how this is all getting exposed. If Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, I want to be respectful to Elon. We're going to call it X. All right, let me be if X was still controlled, well, technically, if it was controlled, by people before, it'd be called Twitter, but if it was still controlled by those same people that controlled it in 2020, none of this information would be out. We would know none of this. This is how corrupt these institutions and the European Union is, to where this would all be, behind closed doors. And it's not like X would tell anyone because, there's no obligation. They say they're a private company. And then liberals endorsed that. They made fun of conservatives that got planned and said, they're private. And now, we see how everything's opened up. It's amazing. Here's the illegal secret deal. If we quietly censored speech without telling anyone, they would not fine Musk and X. The other platforms accepted, X did not. And so now the EU is preparing to punish X with massive fines up to 6% of total global revenue. I can't imagine a more egregious form of foreign interference in our domestic affairs than foreign governments demanding mass secret censorship for ideological and political purposes. Yeah, this is terrifying and this is terrible. And what is going on with... Well, listen, let me just say, I think Europe is going more to the right, but this is disgusting what's happening right now with the EU. Seriously, they're trying to extort Musk and say, we're going to keep it a secret, but you need to censor certain things on these platforms because they know it's a huge information war. It's so important. They had the full control. And remember, and this is how ridiculous a lot of these liberals are. They hate Elon Musk. They think he's the devil. He's the one that's being transparent and telling us what's going on behind the scenes. They're the ones that love Big Daddy government. They want to be imprisoned by the government. They want to live in a 1-bedroom apartment. They've got like a dog. It's literally torture for the dog. You have to let it out. But no, they don't want that. It's bad, apparently. Owning your own land is bad. According to them, you can own a car. I'm not going to go off on a rant about that. Let's just get back to this. But that's the whole point with Musk bringing this up. According to the left, they would rather have, whoever was in control in 2020. It's like a shadow thing where they don't want to blame anyone in terms of who was actually in charge of X because none of them want to be blamed. So if we were in 2020 or 2021 before Musk bought it, we would know nothing about this. They're threatening Musk now. They're saying there's going to be massive fines. Remember, Joe Biden, this is something I forgot about. Joe Biden threatened Elon Musk after Elon bought Twitter. And I forget what Biden said. I'm not going to go all the way back in my likes because it is in my likes. But he talked about it and he's like, oh, we might do something about it. We're going to have to look into him. That's what they said. Joe Biden said we're going to have to look into Musk because he bought Twitter. And obviously that's the whole thing where the left loses the leverage on Twitter. So instead of saying, oh, he bought it, whatever, they say, let's go and prosecute him just like Trump. Let's make up stuff and try and get him that way. Musk is too powerful. They can't do it. He's untouchable. And they're pissed. And this is huge stuff that we would not know without Elon Musk. And it's just like 2020. And Zuckerberg literally tells on himself during a podcast with Joe Rogan where he's like, you know, we're just Meta, we're just Facebook. The daddy CIA told us, oh, there's going to be Russian disinformation, disregard it. They told us. So see, Zuckerberg says that after the fact. He doesn't say it. He doesn't tell his users that, you know, this is what they're telling me. They're telling me there's going to be Russian disinformation. Musk will tell us, and he's saying they're censoring all the big time platforms that the European Union is, and now it's extortion, the 6% potential fine against Musk in total global revenue. So this is huge stuff. It's terrible, but we really shouldn't be surprised by it, and we are thankful that Musk does have control of Twitter, now X at this point, because otherwise it would be very bad. We've got breaking stuff. Donors have now frozen $90 million in pledged contributions to Biden's re-election campaign. That's kind of old news. I guess this was tweeted yesterday, but it just goes to show you it's such an amazing spot for Republicans to be in right now. It's still a total split within the Democratic Party, and Republicans really need to capture this and win this election. It would be very bad, very embarrassing if they don't. I know people say, well, it's because of the fraud. That's demoralizing. Don't say that. Go out and vote. It's very important. We can win this. Independent support for Trump is look at the independents. It's plus 20. And liberals have to realize this dumbass charade of doing the boy who cried wolf, Trump's going to start World War V. And now I'm calling it World War V because they've said that Trump's going to start World War III so many times. I feel like I have to up it. You know, they how many times back in 2015, Trump's going to start World War III, World War III, World War III, World War III. We have crazy peace. So much so where they have to blame Trump for being a Russian agent because we've got so much peace with Russia. Now here in 2024, it's World War III, World War III, World War III. How many times can you say it? We're going to have to elevate it now, but now they've elevated it even higher, and they talk about Project 2025, and now it's come out that pretty much all campaigns do stuff like Project 2025. They all write things like that, Democrat, Republican. It's totally ridiculous. They're clinging, but liberals have to understand the dumbass charade with Biden who can't talk. Independent people are not that stupid. We don't care about all the fear-mongering, all the dumb things that you hear. Project 2025. I mean, some of them, didn't Rachel Maddow say that she thinks Trump's going to imprison her? That's what Rachel Maddow said. So that's how deranged they are and how they're just totally detached from reality. And I think they know what they're saying is not true, but they have to toe the line and still act like it is true. And so they have to understand independent people are not going along with this. This is ridiculous. This dude should be in an old folks home, not being the president. Now they're trying to stretch it to possibly reelect him. How pathetic do they think the American people are to reelect a corpse like this who can't talk? And it's nothing against Biden. Biden's a horrible politician. That's another story. He's got the worst approval rating in history. Inflation is absurd. I mean, you look at the grocery prices, people literally update it from 2021. It's plus 200% in terms of total cost. It's literally costing people double, triple to pay for groceries. But no. The stock market is up 8%. Oh my God, I'm so disrespectful. I'm sorry. No. The economy, this is the greatest economy we've ever had. I mean, the stock market's up 8%. Disregard the fact that, groceries are up like 300% for middle class people. That doesn't matter. No, don't be, guys, you can't criticize Biden. Disregard the fact that we've printed all this money. All that matters, the stock market is up. Disregard all the illegals. They ship them into a city in Ohio. Migrants, like 30,000 migrants, 20,000. That's all normal. That's all. We need to do that. We need to accept all these people, guys. Seriously. Come on. If you don't accept all these people, you're racist. That's all I can say about you. We've got Biden, who's brought back his creepy whisper. And so this is now Biden's signature move. Let's see what Biden says here.
He had infrastructure month every month. He didn't build a thing.
That's Biden's signature now. He's got the whisper. Hunter Biden's apparently been working on that with him. That's his closer now. During the debate, he plans to end the debate, and the last thing he's gonna say, it's gonna be in the whisper. It's gonna be in the whisper. That's his closer. The chances of Biden now stepping aside are close to zero. If you want to keep shouting for him to get out, whatever, 2 weeks of that, he's dug in now. He's killing it. You can recognize his strengths, focus on fascism, or spend the next 100 days. Shut up, lady. No one buys that anymore. We've also got this. Many people were surprised when I said Biden wanted to charge Elon Musk criminally. Oh, we've got it. We've got what I was talking about earlier. It all started when Musk bought Twitter. Biden responded by saying that Musk was worth looking into. So to whether or not he's doing anything inappropriate. Oh, but if Elon Musk was this ultra liberal, LGBTQ supporter, I don't think you would be saying that if he bought Twitter. Oh, I wonder why you want to look into him. We do also have, do we have any evidence the her tapes match the DOJ transcripts? Release the tapes. We'll be releasing the tapes. If Biden is still the nominee, we need to save the tapes for October. Save the tapes for October and drop the bomb on their campaign. And you have to save the tapes. We don't want to release them right now. Obama probably wants to release them to get Biden out because now they have the chance to switch. You need to wait for till it's long enough so they can't switch. So that's why I would say to release the her tapes in October. Get your hands on them, sit on them, and then drop it in October, and Biden will have no chance. Elon Musk now donating to Trump. Elon, it's interesting. We all knew Elon wanted Trump to win. The question was, would he go and actually help him, considering the amount of money that Trump has, or that Musk has. Musk now is giving Trump a massive war chest, possibly of over $1 billion in donations. This is unbelievable stuff. This is true freedom fighting, and this is going to help Trump significantly. Now they've got Musk on board. Huge innovator, huge player. One of the two most richest people in the world. It normally rotates. Every other day he's the richest, but we've got an illegal, deported 3 times, returns to California and lights deadly house fire with mom, children inside. Ted Cruz saying every damn day. Yeah, but Ted, you're racist for wanting to deport him. John Fetterman just randomly rambling on.
And this whole apparatus of other people and consultants and all these people that just keep riding his back week in and week out. How many weeks are you going to, when are you going to just decide, hey, and just deal with it? Joe Biden is our guy.
John Fetterman just, I swear, he's just trolling at this point. Like, look, where is he? He's got, look at the background. He's in his basement, just randomly. Why does CNN even have him on? He just randomly says things. He said a lot of Republican things, but it's always fun to listen to him because it just seems like he's trolling. Yeah, that was a funny moment. We've also got, this week has felt like a year. That's a journalist, and people in the comments were like, because you actually have to do your job now, based on, I guess, how Biden in that campaign. So here's the difference. 2020, when Trump leaves office, well, I guess Trump did leave office a year after, January 21st, but you could see it was $70. Now it's $165. That's basically triple. It's almost triple increase in terms of groceries, but you have to you have to understand the stock market is up. You're disgusting. You're so ungrateful. This is the greatest economy in history. We also do have CNN coming out and saying that, they're admitting New York now is possibly a swing state. We knew Virginia and Minnesota, along with New Hampshire, they were already swing states based on recent polling. I think New York right now is probably Biden +6 or +7, so could it get even lower? It's going to be very hard because right now we are seeing the Democrats probably at their lowest unless they stick with Biden and he has another horrible debate performance and the her tapes get released. Then I think Trump would win New York, honestly. But right now they're split, so the polling's going to be better for Trump. Trump does have a legit chance to win Minnesota, Virginia, New Hampshire. New York, it's going to be tougher, but the moral of the story here, look at what they're doing. This is CNN doing this. They're ringing the alarm bells. They've been doing it for weeks. They want Biden out. It's constant negativity against Biden. They want the replacement to happen. And so the pressure is being applied, just like I've said the past few weeks. We can see, when is a valid ID required boarding a plane? Couldn't you make the same argument? Because when it comes to voting, they say, well, it's hard to get an ID. It's racist. Minorities don't have access to IDs. Couldn't you make the same argument about boarding a plane? I mean, minorities should be able to travel and board planes, right, and have access to that. Isn't it, you're saying it's racist to ask for an ID. Shouldn't that be the same thing in terms of all this other stuff, applying for a job? I mean, you're the one telling me it's so hard for minorities to get an ID, but they have to have an ID for applying for a job, boarding a plane. I mean, isn't this all racist as well? This is all racist. Oh my God. Liberals, you got to look into all this stuff. I mean, it's so hard to get an ID, I know. We've also got Chicago removing homeless. Yes, this is the exact same thing that Gavin Newsom did with the communist Chinese. And by the way, what Gavin Newsom did to the commies when they came into San Francisco or wherever it was, I don't know if it was LA, that should disqualify him from running for president, doing anything in terms of the American people. He literally cleaned up his city only when a communist regime came in to visit for a week, and they moved all of the homeless people. And this is how dumb Gavin Newsom is. And I'm so sick and tired of hearing conservatives drool over Gavin Newsom and say, oh, we're conservative, but he just talks so well. And he's this young hotshot. He was so impressive on Sean Hannity. Gavin Newsom literally admitted that, yes, the reason I'm cleaning it up, because they asked him, they were like, why are you doing this now? This could have been done months ago, or when you first entered it, to help the American people. And he admitted the reason he's doing this is because the communist Chinese are coming in. We've got to clean everything up, and it's going to go right back to the shithole that it was before. So they clean it up for the communist Chinese, but they can't do it for the American citizens. And Newsom is just such a buffoon. And they're doing it again now. There it is in Chicago. They're removing all the homeless encampment centers, and they're pushing them to the side. Don't look at this. For the week, we're going to bring in all the Democrats. Chicago's a beautiful city. Listen, Chicago is a beautiful city. Obviously, there's horrible parts of it, and there's crazy crime. That's because of Democratic leadership. You have to really go against. This is the problem with all these major cities. They all elect these Democrat, mayors and governors, and there's no hardened crime stats, okay? If somebody robs someone, they need to go to jail, right? That just needs to happen. If they assault someone, there needs to be, you need to be very strict right at the beginning when you go into a situation like San Francisco where there's really bad crime. You have to go strict against it. You can't do the little kitty gloves. Well, for them, it's not even kitty gloves, because if you prosecute like a minority, it's racist. I'm not even kidding you, it is, according to these people. So that's the real issue, and they just keep spiraling. The best example of this was Chicago. Remember Lori Lightfoot? They said she was so horrible. You've got conservatives on Twitter celebrating when she loses, and then people say, oh, wait a minute, the new guy they got, Johnson, he's somehow even worse than Lori Lightfoot. And now you've got him. What was he blaming Richard Nixon for all the crime in no, it is Richard Nixon. No, it's his fault for all the crime in Chicago. We've also, so this is the admitted stuff here. Hunter Biden, where was it? Hunter has been seen at the White House so much that one well-connected Dem dubbed him the acting chief of staff. He's the gatekeeper. He's the leader here. Hunter Biden is the ultimate leader. That's how much of a clown show this is. Independents see this. They know it's ridiculous. You still have dumb liberals supporting this administration when the crackhead himself they're admitting is the chief of staff. And liberals still support this administration. Why don't we just tell these people, do you support Hunter Biden being the chief of staff? Do you support Hunter Biden in all these meetings? This is what you support. This is a clown show. Like, I joke about Hunter Biden things like because it's funny, but like seriously, they're starting to like say, oh, we support Biden again. Hunter Biden is the chief of staff. Hunter Biden is the one that convinced Joe to not drop out, along with Jill, who, I mean, it's been reported even by liberals, Jill is just a raging whack job who is obsessed with power. I mean, that's like a widespread known thing now, even by CNN reporting it, saying she's crazy. So Hunter Biden leading the Biden White House right now, it's all perfectly fine. There's no big problems with that. Trump is so evil. He's so disgusting. Let's let Hunter be the president. Can we just have, you know what? I want to vote for Hunter Biden. I can't vote for Joe, but I want to vote for Hunter because he will lead us. And Trump is so big bad. He's racist and stuff. It's terrible. Donald Trump donated his salary and lost $2 billion of his wealth while in office. He served for free and didn't use the office to enrich himself. Well, yes, that's something they never talk about. Trump was already a billionaire when he entered. Unlike Obama and Biden, they have to do these speaking arrangements. Hillary, for millions of dollars. Trump lost money while he was in office. Dumb liberals said that, oh, he's a bad businessman, he lost money. No, he sacrificed for the American people by losing some of his net worth, to be the president of the United States. So he's made some sacrifices, and now he's facing all the prosecution because of his political career. And that's why you see the elevated charges, all of it. It's all so ridiculous. Hillary Clinton found guilty of a campaign finance violation 45 times bigger than the 130K in Trump's case, and she has yet to face no. We'll get Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg, where are you? Oh my God, this is Alvin Bragg's wet dream. 45 times big. Wait a minute. What is 34 times 45? Guys, I think Hillary Clinton is going to face over 1,000 felony charges. Oh my God. Wow. Alvin Bragg, this is Alvin. He loves these cases. He's going to, obviously I'm being sarcastic. And then we've got this: majority of Americans want immigration to the U.S. to decrease. A June Gallup poll found the first time a majority of Americans have held that view since 2005. That is historic. That's historic. There's no way Biden can win with something like that. There's no way. That is a death blow when you've got a poll like that, and it's not the only one. Americans now are saying we need to pause immigration until we figure out what the hell is going on. That's what Americans are saying, and we need the mass deportations while we pause the immigration, and then we can reopen immigration, but more so like Japan does immigration, where it's very strict. That's what I think Trump wants to do when it comes to that. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.